'Tis the season for grading
and screening.
Check it all out with Joe
and Doug.
Welcome back to Sports Cards with Joe
and Doug.
And Doug, it's great to be back in the studio with you. We've had to reposition our studio, and we'll share more about that here shortly. But it has been a crazy few months lately. We've had so much going on here at the shop. Tell us what's going on in your area with grading right now.
Well, it continues to be a substantial amount of cards. We ship out to PSA sometimes 3 times a week, but definitely every week. We are very appreciative to everyone that sends us cards and encourage you to use our screening services and send more cards in to us.
Yeah, we the demand for grading has not slowed down a bit. We see it in our retail store here in Loganville, Georgia. For those who are not familiar with us, we've been in the business for 33 years. We've been, we like to say we've been at Metro Atlanta's local card shop for over 3 decades. There's a lot of other great local card shops here in Metro Atlanta now, but we've been here for most of my lifetime, feels like. But we take in tons of grading here in the store, but we receive shipments from all over the globe.
All over the world,
and,
for sure.
We even have a few clients fly in from all over the globe. We've got one regular customer from France who comes in periodically to drop off, pick up, and hang out. And so it's always great. But yeah, we're seeing, we're well known for handling vintage. We handle massive amounts of vintage, everything from tobacco cards up through, 40s, 50s, 60s. But more and more, we're seeing a lot of TCG. Speak on that, Doug.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't know us for that, but I know you're handling a lot more of it.
Absolutely. I have a son that was into Pokemon when it first came out, and we both collected it. He more than I, and so I have experience with TCG cards, Pokemon cards, One Piece, Disney cards. There's a subtle differences in screening on those cards versus regular trading cards, but we see them all the time. I can help you make sure that you get the best grades possible with your TCG cards.
Yeah, and let's talk about, we haven't got to share a lot with our viewers in quite a while, and let's talk about our whole program. Maybe you're a first-time viewer, how we handle screening. We have been a group submitter since 1998 with both PSA and SGC. Of course, we also work with BGS and CGC as well, but my point is we've been doing it for a very long time. Doug was a customer of mine back to our first year in business back in 1991 and has been overseeing our grading for years now. And what we offer is a service where we will examine your cards, and Doug, you can share more on this, but basically our goal is to help you only submit cards that make sense to submit, and through our pre-screening service. So let's talk about some of the things you look for, Doug, when you're screening.
Well, I don't know how much time we have today, Joe, but I could talk about screening, the hobby in general. I've been a collector forever, even before I met Joe, but over these last 5 or 6 years have spent a lot of time looking at cards. And I really think that's one of the biggest benefits that I can offer is that I have experience. I've seen everything. I have a perfect environment for seeing imperfections. Every once in a while, I'm lucky enough to bring a customer up to my office with me to show them how I screen cards with their own cards. And as I'm showing them, it's very eye-opening to them that, yes, that is a scratch on the card, and I did not see that, but under your lighting, it's like, yes, it's obvious. So I really feel that our $3 pre-screening, pass-fail pre-screening is one of the best deals in the industry. Not only do I look at the card, but I prepare it for grading. Our customers that go through our screening get a large percentage of 10s back. My screening is for 9s and 10s. But I do.
We're talking modern, of course.
Oh, modern.
Obviously, yeah.
It's a little different than the vintage that Joe was talking about, but most people nowadays are sending in cards that they're opening and getting in breaks.
Right.
But I do two things. I eliminate 8s and lower. That automatically makes your percentage of 10s higher when you get back 10s, 8s, and 9s. But if I can eliminate the 8s and lower, but I also take care of the card. I clean the card. And when I say I clean the card, I don't use any ointments or any liquids at all. I use a microfiber towel. And with the lighting that I have, it's like a crime scene when I see fingerprints. The way these cards are run through manufacturing, there are rubber wheels everywhere. And every once in a while, what looks like a scratch is actually a rubber mark on the card. And I can get those off as well. I know for sure that when you go through our screening, that people have gotten more 10s because I've handled the cards than they would have if they would have sent them in directly themselves. And I'm a little arrogant about that, but I see the card, I know what I've changed. I've taken many images to show the before and after, but taking pictures of cards is very hard to see. It's almost like you really need to see it in person, but the screening is important. We're very good at handling cards. We're very efficient, and we are very detailed with your cards. If you choose not to screen the cards, we will handle those as well. But I highly recommend screening. $3 a card is the best deal in the industry. When you consider, I looked up a card just for an example, Joe. A 2018 Shohei Ohtani, number 150 pitching, just a base Topps Chrome card. And if you get that in a 9, it's about $100. If you get it in a 10, it's about $200. And I feel that maybe 10% of the cards that I pre-screen, I improve the grade on. It could be from an 8 to a 9, which then we would grade that card, or it could be a 9 to a 10.
Yeah, could be fingerprints.
So
for
$3 you can gain a great deal more money on the back end by putting it through our screening process. Even if you want to grade all of your cards no matter what, by putting it through pre-screening, it automatically gets all the care and attention to detail and the cleaning that is required to make sure that you get the best grades possible.
Yeah, and the other thing besides the fingerprints and, roller mark, all that kind of stuff, is there's some cards that simply just aren't worth grading. And I mean, we've had clients send us a lot. Sometimes you reject every single card. I mean, we've had that. It's sad that we have to give that bad news, but the good news is we save that client sometimes thousands of dollars. And so a $3 investment versus paying for the full grading to get a low grade, that's a lot of dollars saved. In a given month, you probably reject 1,000 cards.
Yeah, honestly,
probably more than that.
It's approximately 50% of the cards that go through screening that get rejected. So, and that can be vintage, that can be modern. With vintage cards, you had mentioned vintage cards. There are wax. There can be wax on the fronts of cards that I see regularly. We get collections in from people all the time, and Joe will pick out about 100 Manels and Mays from the 60s and 70s, and he'll ask me to make sure they're good for grading. And there's at least 10%, if there's 100 cards, there's 10 cards that have wax on that surface. Because basically when they sealed the pack of 10, every 10th card is going to have that wax on it. So that's another thing that I'm very good at. I've been doing that since I was buying cards from 1975, so I know all about wax.
Yeah. We often say wax on, wax off around here. So for our Karate Kid fans,
we get the Miyagi treatment on that.
That's right. So, but the bottom line is about the screening. So we do offer two different services, and we've done it for years. Currently, it's $3, which is pass-fail, which just means we find an issue with the card, we reject the card. Some want to pay for the $5 service, which is a much more detailed analysis, where you'll look at the card, you'll literally mark on the sleeve what the issues are, and can give great estimates. the $3 to me is honestly a better deal, but for some who like have a high dollar card and we're like, this is, this mantle's only going to be a 4, it's going to be whatever. And so because we've submitted so many, we've averaged submitting about 10,000 cards a month, every month for several, I don't know how many years it's been now, but we submit a lot of cards. PSA really appreciates our business, but that way, so does SGC. And we appreciate the service they provide us. But bottom line is, we're all about service. We're all about helping collectors in the industry. We've been working with collectors and dealers for decades. We want to help you maximize your dollars. And in addition to the screening, in addition to eliminating cards that shouldn't be graded and trying to help improve cards that should be graded, we also will help you on the back end with reselling the cards. We have an incredible consignment program where you can submit after grading, we can we can list your cards on eBay, we can market them through our social media, we can do a number of things to help you maximize your dollars of resale. And all of this info is available on our website, GotBaseballCards.com. We have sections on grading, sections on consignment, how you can work with us, how we can help you maximize your resale on your cards if resale is what you want. A whole nother venture. I'm going to jump off topic here, Doug.
That's all right.
A couple of years ago, we did a video about Whatnot. We were going hard and heavy on Whatnot at that time, and due to changes with staff here, we just kind of dropped the ball for a while. Well, we have picked up the ball like never before. Jared, come on over. We now have a full-time.
Do I have to leave?
We won't kick you out, but he can probably slide in beside you. So
stand right in the middle.
All right. So we have exciting news. This is Jared Hamby, and when you jump on our Whatnot channel, you get to hear his voice most of the time during the day. We've also got Dustin and Rylan and Tyler and Mitchell and Taylor
and Joe
and me occasionally. Occasionally you get stuck with me, but we have a whole crew who's handling our Whatnot channel. And all you got to do is go to Whatnot, search for seller GotBaseballCards, and you can see us streaming hours a day, which is why Doug and I have moved to another part of our studio because our Whatnot.
Thanks, Jared.
Yeah, because our Whatnot channel has kind of taken over our studio, which is fine. But every day we are streaming. Every day but Sunday pretty much we're streaming, and we're breaking product. We're selling singles, and we've already added thousands of followers just in the last few weeks. But we want you to check out and join in on the fun. So again, just go on Whatnot, search for seller GotBaseballCards, and you too can participate, and you get to talk with us, you get to interact with us, and you get to ask questions. Sometimes we do some trivia.
That's right.
Yeah, all kind of fun stuff going on our Whatnot channel. So make sure and check that out, because we also, as always, we provide incredible service. We ship everything out the next day. Once a break is done or once your singles are purchased, we ship them out the very next day. So you get lightning fast service just like you do with our graded submissions. And so we're excited to share that with you. So I'm going to let Jared go back to prepping for today's show.
Bookmark all our shows.
That's right. Bookmark all of our shows. That's right, because we have them coming up, and lots of great ones coming up. I want to talk about buying. 'Tis the season for spending money.
Wait, you buying or people buying from us?
No, people buying. Well, no, me buying.
Okay,
buying. So,
all right.
So have you done your Christmas shopping yet?
Yes.
Wow.
I have.
Wow. I have not. So why am I sitting here filming? Yeah, I need to get busy. This time of year is a lot of times we have people wanting to cash out, wanting to bring in collections. They want to raise some holiday cash, and we're here to help with that. You can always email us. You can message us, GotBaseballCards@gmail. Send us images of cards you'd like to sell. You can, if you're local, if you're in the Southeast and you want to drive in, we have collectors drive in from all over the Southeast bringing us collections. You can do that, and we will, Doug or I or Taylor or one of our team members will sit down with you, go through your collection with you, and help you figure out what we can pay you for it, or if you've got stuff to grade, if you've got stuff to consign, one way or the other, our goal is to help you get dollars out of your collection and get dollars into your pocket. So we're always buying, whether it be modern, vintage, anything in between.
Are we selling too? Do we sell?
We do sell.
All right.
Occasionally we
That's
focus on
great.
selling. Most of our time we're focused on grading or consigning or whatnotting. I don't know if that's a term yet.
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Jared says that is a term. It is. So you heard it here first. So, but yeah, you can visit us on our website, GotBaseballCards.com. You can come by our retail store Monday through Saturday here in Loganville, Georgia. Jeff and the crew downstairs do a fantastic job assisting collectors from all over the Southeast who come in. We have a massive amount of singles, over 10 million singles in stock. Incredible selection of wax, brand new boxes, everything. We actually pack out product, unlike a lot of stores. But yeah, so you can do it all here.
Well, Joe, I have to admit, I kind of lied about the Christmas shopping. I've only purchased for myself.
Okay.
And I did yesterday. You know, I bought some product, and
Yes,
I
you
can't
did.
tell you how much fun I just every time I open a new wax box, I get rejuvenated. Yes, they're not all perfect, but the colors and the autographs and the stuff that they put in products right now is awesome. So, you know, I encourage you, buy a box, open a box, get on Whatnot, go into our breaks, and you can get a piece of a box for just a small amount.
Yeah, lots of fun. Hobby is alive and well, whether you're a collector, whether you're a reseller, whether you just like being entertained by stuff in the hobby. There's nothing wrong with that. That's some of the most fun we have on Whatnot is just interacting with other collectors who are loving to talk sports, loving to talk about the hobby with us, chasing big hits, but in the very least, it's having fun, you know, and there's a lot worse forms of entertainment out there. We provide a family-friendly environment, cardboard collectors. It's a great community, and so we have a great time there. But just know we're here for you, our entire team of 22, believe it, we have 22 staff members now.
Actually, I don't know some of them, Joe. You
Yeah,
have so many employees.
we're going to have a meeting just to introduce Doug is locked away screening all day, and he goes, "Oh, we've hired somebody else. Oh, okay." So we have 22 team members now, believe it or not.
Awesome.
So,
Yes, really nice.
So we appreciate all of you tuning in. We're going to be back with more great content very soon. But again, send those cards in. Visit our website, GotBaseballCards.com. We are here to help you. I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful holiday season. Signing off for Joe.
And Doug.